So today we are going to wash a Lamborghini Murciélago from 2003. And very important to notice, this is a manual Murciélago. It's very rare to have this in our workshop. We already went over the complete car. We did a complete detail and preservation already on this car. We did the complete underbody. It's dry ice cleaned and protected. Interior, paint, engine bay, everything is basically done. Audi actually purchased Lamborghini in 1998 and this car is from 2003. So Audi oversaw the complete build process and development of this car. And it has actually a few Audi bits in it, but not so much as an Aventador. Aventador has a lot of Audi parts and bits. This one still has much more Italian vibes and parts than an Aventador. So much more Italian vibe to this Murciélago compared than an Aventador, in my opinion at least. Very interesting fact, these blinkers are actually from a Ford Focus and now they are turned upside down and we have a Lamborghini blinker. We had many crazy cool cars in our workshop, but this is, in my opinion, the best sounding one we had until now. This V12 makes an absolutely crazy sound and it's absolutely a joy to listen to. So now it is back for a maintenance wash and we are going to check if everything is still okay. I'm now covering up the engine with plastic so that no water can enter, because when water enters the engine bay, it will not run anymore. So real Italian build quality. just told you that this Lamborghini Murciélago is here for maintenance wash, and for maintenance also means your leather should be maintained as well. So we're going to put some leather conditioner on the leather to make sure that the leather stays really hydrated and will be fine also in 20 years. So let's go and treat that leather. So you see here this darker area, the leather conditioner still soaking in. Here it's already completely soaked in, and then the leather gets this original matte finish back. And that's quite important to me actually, because most leather conditioners that are on the market, they stay very glossy, or at least glossier than the leather actually should be. And therefore I really like this Durasto leather conditioner, so really made that the original finish of the leather stays and will not get very glossy and still be protected. So let's do the other part of the interior, and I'm going to take you on a journey how we're going to do this, so stay connected. So there's one more important thing when you are going to buy a leather conditioner, and that is actually it should not be slippery, because many leather conditioners on the market, they actually turn out slippery. The leather gets very slippery, and you don't want slippery leather in your car. At least you don't want to slide through your leather seats while driving. So when you're going to look out for a conditioner, make sure it will not be slippery, and especially made for car seats. And by the way, if you now also are interested to buy a leather conditioner for your car, check out our link down below in the bio. We do have a link of our web shop where we sell this leather conditioner, especially for car leather. So do not wait too long, order it, because if you have leather seats, you definitely need that. So next step is this rubber up here. It is a bit out of shape, so we're going to heat it up with the heat gun and try to push it in the shape as it has to be a little bit and see if that works. So let's go. This is now a lot better than it was before, but it's quite funny when you work on an Italian car. The fit and finish is not always that perfect when you compare it with a German car. The Italians do it their own way, and it's quite funny to see how they build a car compared to the Germans.